Hello everybody. So in today's little quick tip, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about palettes. So I've used a variety of things for palettes over the years. I used to always use, I had those plastic cheap palettes that you buy at like Michael's and places like that. I was looking for one here, but my daughter's taken them all, so I can't find one. But I'll put a picture of one up for you. Those I used to use all the time. The thing I don't like about those is the limited space for mixing, because I do a lot of color mixing. Another thing that I have used in the past is just like a lid from a container like this. Again, you can put your colors on there, and then you have a little bit of a larger mixing area. This is handy if you're going like portable and want to go out somewhere and carry a palette with you. I don't use it real often because I just find that I don't do a lot of painting, out elsewhere kind of thing. And if I do, what I tend to prefer is palette paper. So this is just a low Cornell 40 sheets of palette paper. The thing I like about this is it's super smooth, easy to use. You put your colors out on it. You can mix on it. And then when you're done, you just rip the sheet out and throw it away. It's not very expensive, which is nice. So yeah, I get these quite often. I'll put a link to those in the description as well. These I find are handy for when I'm painting and I'm not in my office here or my studio here at the desk. It's just an easy cleanup, and you can use them with all different types of paints. Another thing that I sometimes do is if I'm mixing up a lot of a color, like these are some of my portrait colors when I'm doing portraits. So I'll mix them up based off of other colors. And then I just buy these little containers. You can get them on Amazon. I'll put a link. They're just a little container, like the kind that you would put sauce in at a restaurant or that sort of thing. And these are super handy for keeping paint for a period of time. So when I'm mixing up when I'm going to be doing a few portraits, I'll mix up, my different portrait colors and put them into these little containers, and they last for quite a while. They're airtight, and those will last for quite a while. I actually had some that I had done, some of them I actually had paint in there that was like about a year old, and in the cases where I had enough paint left in the jar or in the container, it was actually still usable, which was interesting. My favorite palette, which you guys will have seen from my videos, is my glass palette here. This I got for Christmas a few years ago, and I like this for many reasons. For when I'm doing my recordings, it's nice because I can have my work sitting beside it and then use this section of it as a palette. This is quite a large one. How big did we make this one? This is 12. Yeah, so this is about 24 by 18. So that's quite a large one. You wouldn't need one this big, but I like having one this large because I can do a lot of mixing on it. The other things that I like about the glass palette is it's super easy to clean. So I'll put a link to a little video I did about an easy way to clean this palette in the up in the corner there. The other thing I like about it is you can have things underneath it for you to see. So I've just got, it's just some sheets of that palette paper that I put under there because I like the white surface, and my table is yellow or brown. So I prefer the light surface because then my colors look the way they're going to look on the page. But I can also put like a reference photo under. Like I was doing a sunset or a sunrise, and I wanted this reference photo. So I can put that under the glass palette. And then when I'm mixing up my colors and I want to compare them to my reference photo, I can actually just paint them right onto there, which you can see I've done in a few places here when I was painting recently. I had this picture sitting actually right here, and I was testing out some of my lighter colors there. I got rid of most of them, but same thing with my value scale. I can have my value scale under here, and if I'm looking and I'm like, okay, well, I want, something that's around a value 5, I can just paint over top of the value scale here on my palette, and then I just wipe it off when I'm done, and my value scale stays usable under there, and I can easily check my colors. So that's why I really like my glass palette. I do have a small one that I made. Actually, what I did is I just took the glass out of a picture frame, an 8x10 picture frame, that I can use when I'm going portable. But I do find that for portable, I do prefer the palette paper typically, because it's just so much easier. You don't have to worry about breaking glass when you're traveling, that sort of thing. So, and this glass palette I actually just got made at a glass shop. I got it for Christmas. My sister got it made at a glass shop. It's just, I think about a 1/4 inch thick glass here. Let me just check. Yeah, about a 1/4 inch thick glass, maybe 3/8 inch. I think it's about 3/8 inch actually, thick glass. And she just had it made at a glass shop for me. So it, like a place that does window glass. So yeah, and they smoothed off all the edges. That's the one nice thing about this too, is they smoothed off all the edges so you won't cut yourself. Whereas with the picture frame one, you got to be a little more careful. Sometimes I tape the edges. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that little tip about different things you can use as palettes. Pretty much you can use anything you want as a palette. My biggest requirements for palette are room for mixing. That's where, like I say, that's why I like this one, is because I can put, you know, colors along the top, and then I have this whole surface for mixing, or I can, you know, have my work sitting on half of it and be mixing on this half. It is a very, very convenient palette to use.